How's everybody doing out here? This is the advocate Danny Rivera on Fridays 10 to 11 and Saturdays 10 to 11.
You got that right.
And I'm here with my lovely guest. Sorry, co-host.
Yeah, there you go. Go
Say
ahead.
your name because you know I mess it up all the time.
Althea. Thank you very much. So what you got going on today?
Well, let's talk about, I really want to get serious on this topic because you keep bringing it up. But real quick, we'll reminisce about our guests. I want to shout out to our guests from last week.
Mm-hmm. Okie dokie. Go ahead.
They did an excellent job.
Yes, they did.
Shout out to Sector, New York Sector. If anybody listening, no subliminals.
My boy Sector.
As well as
Karen Joy.
And her book is?
Diary of a Pimp's Wife. Sorry about that. But I'm still reading it, and you know what? Like I said, I'm just turning the pages and enjoying it.
How did you when she was talking, right? I really did like her book.
Really?
Out of everyone, I liked the book when we were looking at it.
Yeah.
Like inside the DNA show when we did the DNA show.
Oh my God! I think we got so many reviews about that. She was fabulous, and she was nervous about being on a live show, but the topic was great, and I think a lot of people out there were listening because the topic was, real. It was real life, and I think she explained it thoroughly. It was a good show.
It was an excellent show. I think that was one of my favorite shows.
Yeah, I love you, Karen Joy. I hope you're listening.
So anyway, like I was going to tell you, you've been watching a lot of stuff on the news as well.
Yes, I have.
With the kids and the shootings and even with that kid with the bank, man. What do you feel about that?
Oh, God. I don't, you know what it is? There's too many political parties involved in this, and they all have like an agenda, but they're not really, to me, going towards the cause or the core of the problem. There are guns out there. We know that. There should be some type of gun reform, but at the same token, it seems that they're more worried about taking guns out of people who have their Second Amendment right. People who are bad will find a way of getting guns, don't you think? You know what I'm saying?
I just think you can find guns anywhere, and the kids make the guns now up, so you don't even know. What do they call the ghost guns?
Yeah, and you know what? And even if they take away the guns, right? They're going to find other ways of doing harm. It's not just guns.
Samurai.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you talk about like McVeigh. He used fertilizer. You talk about other people who use cars. That's why they got the blockades in Times Square in New York City.
Well, one thing that's getting me annoyed is that everybody's stepping up and blaming each other, not sitting back and really trying to come up with a solution together.
No,
it's like
not.
Everybody is just so entangled inside their own ways right now.
No, they are. They're more focused on what this type of action, what this type of occurrence is helpful to them, rather than really focusing on what the issues and what we can do together.
So what do you feel? What do you really feel like is the reason why this is all happening?
I don't think it's about the guns. I think there's a lot more entailed in that. I think there's more about drugs and mental health issues. There should not have been a man who is transgender female, right? Or transgender male, that walks into a gun place and is able to purchase 5 firearms, and nobody thinks it's
I don't think anybody should be allowed to purchase 5 firearms.
Right, you know what I'm saying? It's like
I don't care
firearms.
what you are. I'm just saying.
People can't walk in, and after the first or second gun, then you're like, it doesn't raise a red flag in the system that, why is this person purchasing so much guns?
I think people are, so naive to actually see anything. Like if someone goes to a gun store and purchases a gun and is allowed to, that's still a purchase for the shop.
True.
So to them, it's kind of like, okay, someone just purchased 5 guns. That's cool. How many people are going to really think if someone's going to go crazy and go shoot up a school with children?
Yeah, but
I'm just being honest with you.
I know, but you know what? I really don't know exactly how to fix it. I really don't. Because every instance that the shootings are happening are different causes.
Well, let me give you some ways how to stop it. When they keep saying you got to start going back and teaching the youth. Yeah, with gun violence, gun control, you got to teach them more ways how to basically, and I'm going to say this right now, you got to teach them more of being the parent now.
Right.
You got to sit there and give them tough love. You got to really teach them, because now what you're seeing is a bunch of people, again, remember that effect that we always talk about? The chain reaction, the chain reaction, the chain reaction, how it starts at home?
Yeah.
At the same time, man, is you got to bring people to explain to them, show them how can this affect someone's life. Like that person, that woman got killed. You understand?
Right. Yeah.
She got killed. I really think, between you and me, I think it is because, you know, that she had, like, you know, chemical imbalances inside her from taking that kind of medicine.
Right.
Because how long has it been since we proven that medicine?
I don't know. I mean, they've done their researches and stuff, but a lot of people that go into that gender transformation, you know, a lot of them like regret it afterwards. A lot of them have gender mutilation.
But that's what I'm saying, though. You know? Right now, it's still a test. You know what I mean? Like a test. So you don't know how the chemicals go when they go inside your body, what you're putting inside your body. So a lot of times when you really take a look at that, was that safe for her or him, whatever you want to call them? No offense to anybody. Is that the way, honestly, like, is that, like, safe on them? Like, is that something safe? Like, did something mentally just go wrong with a person just started to see things? Because even with drugs and heroin and fentanyl, people are just not their selves when there's so many drugs given to the bodies, even in the pharmaceuticals. But
even also with that said, there are also, like, well, you say about parenting. I think that is also an issue because from what I understand about that particular shooter, she had a grudge with her parents because she was forced to go to that school that she shot up. And there may have been other parenting issues we don't really know the full story, because I don't think the parents are going to come out and blame themselves. They're not going to come out and say, you know, we had a hand in this, because she ended up killing 3 adults and 3 children.
But that's my thing is, and this is my thing, right, is you can still blame the parents, but at the end of the day, isn't she an adult?
I think she was 20. I think she was 28 years old.
But technically, aren't you an adult?
Yeah, but you know what? Maybe
to make your own decisions and to make your own. See, that's one thing I can't stand either. Is always, even though, yes, I said the parents, but I'm talking about with the parents when you're younger.
Yeah, but she was still living in that house.
At the end of the day, that's called babying then.
Yeah,
she was babied, so that's why, that's another syndrome right there.
You know what I'm saying? She was at the house still at 28 years old. You don't know what the living situation was. You just don't. And
so nothing came out yet?
No. I mean, what else are you going to do?
That's just awful. What about the kid that shot up the bank?
That, from what I understand, it was a former employee. Obviously, he might have had some type of grudge or argument or whatever, and he actually wanted to kill everybody in there. It wasn't just, you know, he got lucky with those people. I think it was four people that were killed, ages from 40 to 64, I believe. But he went in there with the vengeance to kill everybody. That police officer, and he only was out of the police academy, just graduated. And he was on the job only 2 weeks, and he ran to the fire. He didn't back away. He didn't wait for backup. He didn't wait for any other call. He went straight in. That guy saved lives.
How many lives did he save?
Everybody that was in the bank.
Wow. How did he do?
He actually took a gunshot wound to the head, and he's in, from what I understand, my last report was he was in critical but stable condition.
So he might live.
Well, we don't know yet.
That's really sad.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be back. Danny Rivera, the Advocate. And we're back. Danny Rivera, the advocate, the generation gapper.
How you doing over there?
I'm doing good, my lovely co-host.
Also, we were obviously talking about that other shooting, but just today I saw also about another individual. I think he was in his early 20s. I don't know all the information because I did glance at it, but it was at a bank, and he was a former employee. And, oh, no, we already talked about that.
We're talking about the... Go ahead. You can... it's funny, though. She's sitting there right now. She's having a brain fart.
Oh, thank you
You're talking about the funeral.
Yeah, okay. That was it. I'm sorry. That was also in Kentucky. And now, from what I understand, the funeral was for a guy that was also involved in gun violence. And people are at this funeral... And an individual comes, I think they said, in a green car and shot up at the funeral. So I don't know when it comes to gun violence, whether it's gang related or whatever it is.
How old was the guy?
I think he was maybe in his early 20s. I'm not sure. I'm sorry, but.
I don't know, man. It's weird because now even with music, man, it just became gangland. So it's like when you hear about a funeral getting shot up, first thing you think about is what?
It was gang related.
In Kentucky?
I think it was, yeah, because they said it's only been the last week, and this is happening again. It's happening.
What gangs do you have in Kentucky?
I have no idea, but I guess. We don't know most about it, most states in the country anyway. So, but I think this is happening now quite often enough that it raises alarm for me.
What's up with the artists and stuff like that? Like when they used to be with artists, right? When they used to be an issue, man, all the artists used to team up and used to make songs to make the youth like, whoa, wait a minute, we shouldn't be doing all of this. Or like, what are we doing? Like, why are we acting this way? What happened to those days? What happened to those days where the icons would step up and be like, yo, man, we got to stop this? Or commercials. Yeah. Have you ever seen a gun commercial? Mm-mm. I haven't seen one gun commercial from anybody, even sports. It's like everybody's so scared to speak up.
Yeah, that's true. That,
that cancel culture stuff is so annoying with that, man. It really is. It's if we try to speak up, they go, okay, that's not right. You got to do it this way. You got to do. What happened to freedom of speech?
Well, go ahead. I would love to see Dave chime in on this one.
But now, right now, what we're doing is we're really seeing the end of just. I feel like our rights have been taken away, been stripped. Like in music, everybody is so scared of basically everything.
Right.
Anything to do, parents ain't stepping up.
Yep.
The government don't even know what to do because they're like, you know what, these kids are gonna go kill themselves. Yeah. Let them do the purge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, what are we doing? Entertainers, rappers, musicians, whatever. What are you guys doing? Where is the advocates? Where are the people to sit there and go, yo, stop doing this?
I don't know.
All I'm seeing is commercials of them saying nothing. Like nobody's stepping up. It's just letting them run free.
Right. I actually see what you're talking about because a lot of times they may post something on their page on Instagram and stuff, but are they really taking action? Are they actually trying to do something about it?
Listen, there is people, I'm not going to lie to you, there is people that do go and they do the little things and they go speak in the schools and they don't want to be seen because they're scared of going after that certain person because that person's connected with a whole nation of dudes that they're freaked out about. But how are you going to stop this violence? And why isn't it nobody stepping up or saying anything about this?
When you said that, you know what it came to mind? I believe her name is Riley Gaines. And she was speaking at a school. And there were pro-trans activists there that basically attacked her. And the media, instead of, going for after that for what it was, they turned around and made her look like the bad guy.
What do you mean made her look like the bad guy? How do you look like a bad guy if you're sitting there and you're just protesting and going on to stop gun violence?
No, no. She wasn't talking about gun violence. What she was talking about was women in women's sports.
Yeah, but the thing, okay, see, that's something 10 times different.
But all I'm saying is it coincides.
I think that's unfair too. I think honestly, explain to me how that coincides.
Okay. When we talk about how like you were just talking about the entertainers, that they're not stepping up, right? They're not moving in, and because they're afraid.
Or cancel culture.
Right. Okay. So same thing with her, but she wasn't afraid. She stood up. She went and talked about her thing, right? She was there about she's pro woman. Okay. She's pro woman. She was a former swimmer. So she's talking about transgenders in female sports, that we're kind of like losing the female.
I don't think it's fair for somebody who was born a male to go play a woman's sport.
Well, but
I don't think that's fair at all.
No, but that's what she was talking about. So it coincides with what what we're talking about in the entertainment industry. There are not enough people who are speaking up in fear of backlash.
I don't even think it's fair backlash. I think a lot of these people are on drugs and just not paying attention or getting paid off.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious, because years ago, and I'm going to say this again, years ago, when people had pride, okay? When people actually took a stand, not sitting here and worrying about what the next man thinks. That's how I was brought up. I was brought up, if someone goes to me, you can't do that, I'm going to say, I'm going to do it twice.
Yeah.
Just to show you. Then I'm going to take a picture with the person, just to show you. Now it's like, okay, please,
They got to think about it.
Think about what? You don't think about it. You just go and do it. Because at the end of the day, people are going to like you. People are going to dislike you. People ain't going to like you for who you are, or they're going to love you for who you are.
Well, yeah, but I mean, a lot of people, I mean, you see it all the time.
People are scared of backlash. They're scared of having bad reputations now. It's like, come on, man.
Well,
not everybody can be perfect.
No one's perfect.
Like, I really want to keep hearing them always bickering about this side is wrong and this side is wrong and this person is wrong and you are wrong. And then you go, what are you talking about? Common sense already showed what we have to do. That's all. You know? Even when I was an advocate, some of the stuff they would come up with, and I'd be like, why are we going around the corner and doing 360 spins where we could take the road going straight?
Some people just don't want to do that. They go off the beaten path, you know? And
man, I learned one thing in life. God gives you, right? God gives you a path and a journey that you have to take. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you might not want to take it, but you have to take it, because God basically brought that right to you. Mm-hmm. You can't fear anything if you have the Lord with you.
I love that.
That's what I learned. I learned if you really sit there and you really believe this is something that you really want to do, right, and you feel it in your heart and you understand it, God will give you that vision to really see it through.
You know, I love it when you have such passion. You know that, right?
Thank you. But now what we see altogether is the clus. What we see now is we see a bunch of people that think they understand what's really going on, but they don't know what's really going on. Yeah. They don't talk to the young guys. They don't the best thing I heard somebody ever say was, a lot of times, right, you think you know what's good for you, but you really don't know what's good for you.
Right.
You know? And that's something that always stuck with me, what the elders told me. They say, you think that's the right thing for you, you're going to find out later in life it wasn't.
Yeah. But you know what? I think that's why that's why I know you are in the position you are in, because you are that passionate and you are that person that does make a difference, that can make a difference, that will strive to make a difference.
You have to be that way, man, because if you're not, then what's going to happen? You're going to be sitting there and you're going to be in the background where everybody else is just basically in the front, that you know that isn't the right thing for them. And it will affect everything that comes across it at the end. Right. So I'm Danny Rivera, the Advocate, and we're going to be right back, everybody. we're back. Danny Rivera, the Advocate. And I am here with my guest, Docs. Go ahead, man. Shout your name out, bro.
What's up, man? It's your boy, Doc Shamil. Haters don't know how to feel. You know what I'm saying? From Long Island. Shout out to my boy, Energetic. We in the spot, man. Shout out to 103.9, man. You heard?
The Advocate.
The Advocate.
Yo, so, thing I want to say about you, man. You're a dope artist. I love it. I heard this record, right? And the record that we're about to play in a couple minutes, man. Why don't you give everybody a quick rundown of it?
Oh man, this joint is called I Know You Know. It's official, man. It's my first Afro joint. I mixed it with Afro, reggae, hip hop, everything. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm trying to make you dance and trying to put Shorty in the trance. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I like the way
we
you
outside.
said that. I love that.
Nice. You got any questions?
No, well,
I know
mean,
you always do.
Oh, Jesus. He always likes putting me in the spot. No, I'm just saying, you were born and bred in the Bronx, right?
I was born in the Bronx. I was brought up in Long Island, though.
Right. What part of Long Island again?
Roosevelt, and then Amityville, and then Copeg.
Oh, nice. So, just to get it started, where did you start? When did you start in the music industry? How old were you?
Industry, probably. What makes you industry?
What makes you industry is basically being bored up in front of everybody in the game. Because let's break it down with my history. My history was I was always around Def Squad. So then you would be around Eric. You would be around Keith. And then my father would always bring me into the labels. From bringing me into the labels, he would always make me always go to the shows. So I was being like an industry kid.
I mean,
to my standards.
It'll probably been like, working with like Mike Will. Probably working with Mike Will. Making my first approach. I started doing my first shows. I was in Atlanta after I worked with Mike. I was hyping up to try it for real.
Oh, nice. That is pretty cool. I mean, what made you like decide that this was your path? Like, this was the way you wanted to go.
I thought about, at the end of the day, everything's gonna come with something. So, what's gonna be worth it? What's gonna be worth taking losses, and what's gonna be worth having patience about and things. And then I picked this one. I picked this. I thought about going to the Army before.
Army, wow.
And then I got injured. I was moving, caught up outside. I got hurt.
Oh, okay.
So I couldn't go. So I was like, I probably wasn't meant to go anyway. So,
you know what? What is that saying? Like all other roads lead to something bigger. So his path was chosen pretty much.
Yeah, for real. So, so I could make a little difference with what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying?
But what do you think about the rap game right now? Like everything that's going on?
I think it's you pick your poison. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to get into. There's so many ways you could listen to some J. Cole. You can listen to like some Triple X or something. You can listen to like some Uzi Vert. Like it's different. It's so many. It's like it's a whole universe to it. It went from a world to a universe.
Right.
Okay.
But speaking of that, you know what? Also, when I heard that song, I love that song, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
I really do love that song. Okay, you're not the singer here. He is, okay, sir? But when he first played it, I was like, see, you're different again. Like we always talk about. I like the singers or the rappers that are different, that
Most
bring
definitely.
something new and different to the table, Because a lot of them, you can play 10 rappers for me all at the same time, and I wouldn't even know that you switched back and forth. I wouldn't know the difference. But if you're in the middle of that, I'm like, oh, there goes Docs.
Yeah.
I can hear it. I can hear it, right? When he plays the songs.
Yeah, man. Hey, yo, you want to actually give a quick, what I'm saying? Shout out to the record, man, and then we're going to start spinning it right now.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
I want to hear it. I want to hear it again. I love hearing it.
Hey, tune in, y'all. This that I Know You Know, man. This one for the ladies. Hopefully they don't act shady. You know what I'm saying? We outside. You know what I'm saying? Play this in your ride. Don't let nothing slide. We outside. Let's go.
I love that.
Let's go. You know what I'm saying?
Let's get it.
I know you know my number, so why you can't give me one call? Baby, you make me wonder The reason you always want stuff. You know you get me a rise when your hips come alive and they can't just hit one time. You always give me a sign if you need my arrival and I come every time.
This is fire.
Why do I wait so long? Yeah. Baby, don't wait too long. Yeah. Now she wanna say it's too long. I love it when she's turned on. Hey, baby, don't wait too late. Cause I could be on my way. Hey, as long as he's out of my way. Hey, you know that's my time that you could take. I don't need nothing in return. I just need clarity. I don't need nothing but just her. And need the pussy guaranteed. I already knew you was a freak of the week. Can you do the freaky things with me? I already knew you was a beast in the seats. Can you beast on me low key? I know you know my number, so why you can't give me one call? Baby, you make me wonder why. The reason you always want stuff. You know you get me a rise when your hips come alive and they can't just hit one time. You always give me a sign if you need my arrival and I come every time.
Docs, let's
I
go.
love it when your face screw up. Met you at the bottom, let me take you up. Every day we ball, let me lay you up. Now, you don't have to say too much. I'm just really trying to make you smile. I know that your life was never simple. I've been waiting on you for a while. And no, I ain't been liking what you've been through, no. Baby, don't wait too late. Performing for you like we on a stage. They just want us on a different page. Fuck around and put you on a plate. You was giving me the love that I was missing. I know that you know my number, you've been missing. I used to always shoot my shot and I was missing. She loving me, but if she not, then I'll be different. I know you know my number, so why you can't give me one call? Baby, you make me wonder why. The reason you always want stuff. You know you get me a rise when your hips come alive and you can't just hit one time. You always give me a sign if you need my arrival and I come every time.
All right. We coming back with the Advocate, man. You already know. First heard, man. I know you're the...
You know what I love the most about that? You're incorporating rap with reggae and all these other different elements in it. And it's so positive and motivating and happy. Why can't we get more of that in this industry? Why?
It beats me.
What do you see it as?
I feel like it's not going to be accepted, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, because everybody, they want to do, like, you know, they feel like the way in is probably to be feared. You know, that's the way in.
That's a good, I never
Well, they
even
want the
thought about
negative.
it. Yeah.
If you actually, and I actually posted this up on the page, if you actually look, they feel like all they want to do is talk about the most negative stuff you can, from drugs to guns and messed up stuff. So that's what they feel like they have to make it, you know? That's why when he does and he puts a different element and he puts a different spice in it, it's a lot different, because when you hear that, you love to hear that, because you want to be happy when you're listening to something. You want to have that feeling, that vibe, you know, when you're listening to something, and that's what he brings to the table.
Can I say something? When I play a song, no matter what song it is, I am not playing a song to make myself feel bad. I'm playing a song to make myself feel good. Whether it's jumping in the car and you're on a highway and the wind's blowing in your hair and you want to put a track on, that's the kind of music I want to hear. I don't want to hear about gun violence. I don't want to hear about, you know, all kinds of crazy stuff that these kids are playing today.
Well, there's a lot of things behind the doors and stuff like that they try to push out. And with the negativity, what they try to push out is they try to really push that into the youth, into the mindset.
But I just think that you should keep what you got going on good.
Yeah, man, it was really dope. You know what
Don't
I'm saying?
change it.
Oh, I won't. I got a lot more coming. I got the project. It's Hate Me More Part 2.
Hate Me More Part 2?
Yeah, it's on the way. You know
Man, tell everybody where they can find you, brother.
You can find me on all the platforms. You already know. You know what I'm saying?
Your Instagram, brother.
My Instagram is Doxamil, DOXAMIL. You could, and I'm Doxamil on all platforms too. All the iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify's and things.
Yes,
Definitely listen to my brother, man. You already know it was dope. You heard it first from the Advocate, and I'm gonna be right back. we're back. Danny Rivera, the Advocate. Here.
Without fear.
And my boy,
Dr. Mill.
Dr. Mill, man. You guys better listen to that song, man. Definitely. When's it coming out?
The song is gonna come out. You know, I'm gonna say it's gonna come out before June. It's gonna come out in May.
It's coming out in May.
Because we working on the video right now. We don't want everything to be too far apart. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
But for y'all, it's always you gotta come here to hear. Y'all the only people that got it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there we go. We got the exclusive.
All right,
We got the exclusive.
But listen, man, now it's time, Long Island. Y'all been waiting for this, man. It's time for the Advocate Mix. Man, Doc, tell me what you think about this, man, afterwards. Play it. You already know Long Island. We have to give these people their roses for having positivity music, man. And music all outside the communities and showing all the love. So you already know, man, this is the Advocate Mix.
Deal, just deal. Speed of vibe. Deal, just deal. Culture shock. Deal, just deal with it. We ain't deal, just deal with it. Get it. I'm minding my own while minding my own. I grind so I can own just to impress they were low. What hurts more? Hearing painful truths or no one saying nothing, finding out on your own. Just deal with it. That's what they'll tell you. No reimbursement on the dream that they sell you. For all those who accuse me of a failure, you feel the accusation. I walk through doors you could never exit. Cause these withdraw funds like the Brexit. You call me my past, I'm on to the next. Why regret if it's too late to correct it? Better know where to be when I walk by. Chin up head, keep it held up high. Know your enemies, keep it hard.
Advocate Mix. You ready, 103.9?
You look so good tonight. You look so good tonight. I would like to make it right. I would like to make it right. If I had another night, I would like to make it right. I don't wanna say goodnight. Be the best you ever had. I would give up one night. I stay dreaming of the past.
The Advocate Mix. You ready, 103.9?
I got that on the move. Daddy ain't never gonna leave. You know I want you, girl, for all eternity. I got that on the move. Daddy ain't never gonna leave. You know I want you, girl, for all eternity.
Excuse me, miss, you dropped something. What? My heart. Haha. I'm just playing, I see you laughing. Well, that was a start. For us, meaning me and you, never being apart. You look so sweet as a tart. Pardon me, may I ask you a question? Do your boyfriend have a girlfriend? Oh, I see you laughing. If you look as good as you cook, welcome into my kitchen. Let her know.
The Advocate Mix. You ready, 103.9?
Station, no, wasn't playing when I said it's gonna be me on the radio. I been Snapchatting in the cars and learning the bars, but they already know. I done hit two of the biggest stations on the same day, same time. The weather was not mine, to all of y'all my little bros. Look at my resume, too many shows. Traveled a lot of miles on the road, but my girl ain't tripping. She in the passenger seat, I ain't going alone. Notifications jumping on my phone, some D&D to where I gotta go. Moving forward, we on different time and call declining this money, yo, I set the tone. They don't put in that word like me, so don't hit my line for the free. They don't.
The Advocate Mix. You ready, 103.9?
like a narcissist, but I will never call it quits. Rapping lingo, cappuccino, took a sip and then I dipped. All I wanted was abundance, so I opened up my list. Spoke that into existence every moment that I spent. Said this life is not a joke, sometimes it's gonna get intense. Killed my demons, I was speeding, it was all in self-defense. Tell me what you represent, can you keep your confidence? In a world that's moving faster than the speed of common sense. Pay attention, pay your dues, pay your taxes, pay your rent. Did I mention my ascension? Got me feeling like I'm bent. If I'm seeking validation, this is what I recommend. Check your ego at the door, you know you ain't coming in. I was going through some things that I could barely comprehend. Elevated, meditated, feelings in, and then I went. Let the world catch a fade, you might take one to the chin. Dear Lord, please forgive me for my sins. This life is just a dream, when we die we will awake. I was trapped inside my fears and then I plotted my escape. Can't nobody stop you when you know that you're great. Can't nobody stop you when you know that you're great. Can't nobody stop you when you know that you're great. Can't nobody stop you. Can't nobody stop you. Can't nobody stop you when you know that you're great. Can't nobody stop you when you know that you're great. Can't nobody stop you when you know that you're great. Can't nobody stop you. Can't nobody stop you. Can't nobody stop you when you know that you're great. Sleeping on a New York sidewalk, trying to collab with Abel. I'm the best kept secret that will probably sign to his label. Toronto to San Diego, like Doja Cat when I say so. Going off like the Draco, my style is the purest. Yeah, yo, back when Rocky made peso.
The Advocate Mix. You ready? 103.9.
Take back the movement, you already know what it is.
Even though I'm stuck up in the streets, you know I'll be coming back, yeah. Been some hours but it feels like days, but you know I'll be coming back.
I'm really out here, making dreams a reality. Make more in 30 days than your yearly salary. Listen, love, I got you, you showed you got me. Excelled in the streets, seldom I stay free. We ain't gonna talk keys, but damn, I open a lot of doors. It's like being on the elevator, headed to the top floor. Can't even paint you a picture, the pain is cash cost. Humble, but still I remain on this cash cost.
Even though I'm stuck up in the streets, you know I'll be coming back, yeah. Been some hours but it feels like days, but you know I'll be coming back. All of the things that you do to me, feeling your vibe and your energy, you don't become a little centerpiece. I would be down for a century, you know you're more than a friend to me. Heavenly just how you sent to me, promise we'll never be enemies. Feeling your vibe and your energy, I want you back now.
That was such a good song, man. Shout out to Cake Life featuring Voice Watkins, coming right back. But Long Island, everybody's been asking me, how did they get on the Advocate Mix? I want everybody to know that you can submit your music to djenjetic music@gmail.com. Definitely going to take a listen to you guys. You know, I love to hear new talent. We are all genres, so please remember that. So any genre, send to the Advocate, and if I feel like, you know, it's something with a positive message and people need to hear the message, all right. So let's know that we are back, man. So what you think about it, Docs?
Yo, I think that it was different. Like it was like from like all different sides of the globe. You know what I'm saying? Like the what was the one? Can't nobody stop you. You know that you're great. I was thinking about the live band.
His name is Chris Young. Chris Young has actually been, and I can't wait to bring him up here.
Yeah.
He actually won Sway's competition. He's actually been with what's that dude's name? The one that passed away. Prodigy. He's been with what's the other guy's name? Oh man, he's gonna crack up with it. He's gonna be like, man, Daddy, you got stuck. No,
but thank you to Chris Young. He just knows how to spit fire. Mac
Miller.
Mac Miller.
I was thinking about Mac Miller too. Really.
Yes, he was with Mac Miller and them, and it's you know what I mean. It's really dope actually to have. He was actually at my major showcase.
Oh, that's right. Yes, he was
over here in Shakers.
Yeah, that's right. He was there. Mm-hmm. But if you notice that every song that you played brought something different to the table.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
You know,
the R&B was fire just now.
But thank you, Docs, for coming.
Yeah, man.
Really
thank you so much,
that.
man. And you know what, man? This is it, man. Shout out everybody out. I hope y'all like the Advocate Mix. Remember, keep giving us, you know, the submits and everything like that. Love to play all your music. Positive vibe. Moving with Long Island. Love you all. See you guys next week.
Yeah, you already know, son. Doc Chanel, you know.
The views and opinions expressed on this program are not necessarily those of this station, JVC Broadcasting Management, or its sponsors.